vote?
No, I'll make the motion.
Okay, second. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
And sort of related, Swagger Town 2 LLC, this is resolution 53923. I think the situation here is very similar to Swagger Town.
Same deal, yeah, that's,
Yeah.
Give a motion in a second. on
Mr.
that.
Chairman, I'll make the motion. Second.
Any discussion or questions and comment any further? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
We have the next item is a set of resolutions, and these are related to the property that the county has been acquiring for SUNY Schenectady. What do we call it? The west side of the east side. Actually, the west side would be the river. Or the south side. Either way, 54023, and there is a map in here, city members have not seen where those properties are. It's basically that area from State Street down to Erie Boulevard, behind Frog Alley, and between there and the college.
Randy, you want to give the presentation? on this?
Sure,
Go ahead.
Familiar with
you know, the county has really led the way on this. Chris and Gary acquired a number of properties that are just in horrible condition behind the successful, Mill Lane development. Starting with the parking lot that's immediately behind Mill Lane, it's been a godsend for us because with the additional parking, we were able to land the Van Gogh exhibit and supplement the parking in for all the projects that are happening on Lower State Street. This helps us eliminate these blighted buildings that are outlined in blue that go from Erie to the Frog Alley Mill Lane project. And we're asking the IDA to contribute $300,000, Metroplex would contribute $300,000, and the land bank would contribute $300,000. And we would administer this through the land bank, and we're actually out to bid now with the demo work. And we hope to award it and get this work done this summer. I am more excited about this than just about anything. A lot of homeless people live in some of these buildings despite the county's efforts to keep them out. It's going to be a game changer for downtown. It's really one of the most significant things that's happened in our community in a long time, because we're really taking a giant step forward in our efforts to revitalize both the Erie and the Lower State Corridor. We just can't have this stuff here anymore. It's just horrible. And what it does is opens up a pad site for the college to do something interesting, the college to do a public-private partnership, develop green space. We could sell this lot tomorrow to a developer who would build apartments here. It's just going to open up so many opportunities for the community college. As everyone knows, the college is on the west side, has the river, and you can't go anywhere near the river to build anything because of flood risk. So this is really where the future of the college has to go. The college is already a tenant in the Frog Alley Mill Lane building. So we're just really excited to bring this forward. I want to thank David and Chris, the county really led the way in acquiring, negotiating with all these property owners. And these buildings, just similar to the Frog Alley complex, where there were just a collection of buildings that were just awful. And we replaced it with a great new addition. This is the same thing that's going to happen back here. So I'm really excited to move this forward.
And the county can apply to SUNY to get half of this money back, so we can hopefully refund half of it too. Metroplex, the IDA.
By foreshadowing what you're talking about, has anyone expressed interest in doing anything with this property if this goes forward?
Yeah. Right now, first of all, it's going to help the college because it prepares a pad site for them to do something interesting. It helps our efforts to market the Armory for things like Van Gogh and for the film industry, which the state just renewed their film tax credit for another 10 years. It's going to change the whole outlook from the Armory as far as, if we had a big film production that wants to come to Schenectady again, this area is going to be all opened. It's going to be wide open space. It's just going to create, we have numerous, as I said, I could get somebody to come in here today with a deposit on the property, but we want to be very careful and develop it the right way. And it's critical for the college. The college is landlocked. We have the college housing over here, which has been great because we have international students coming in with City Schenectady now, thanks to Dr. Mono's efforts. But it's just gonna be, it's really one of the most exciting things that we have going. We had two different estimates that this is about a $900,000 job. We don't really know. Pricing is crazy right now in the construction world. But we're able to tap these three pools of money. As Chris said, we're eligible for SUNY reimbursement, but we want to really get this going this summer and just clean up all this blight.
The college is right in the midst of, just at the starting point of updating their master plan, so they're looking at this as a bit of a blank canvas for them as well. So.
And this, we began trying to some of these properties like 5 years ago. Gave me a greater appreciation how difficult it is for developers to get multiple properties together, and, there was a lot of
There's always one.
tough
right in the middle.
negotiations, yeah.
One of the properties that is highlighted, 143 South Trip, that is not gonna come down, because that's still being used for some of the movie productions. But
Those Legier's properties are.
one of the Shears properties,
Okay.
yeah. Hopefully we can, maybe add it later. But we had over 8 demolition contractors come to the voluntary bid walkthrough.
So Legier was giving us, there's a little hang up on getting title insurance on some of these properties, so he's agreed to give us permission to go forward with the demo on those properties. We've authorized the purchase, but we haven't closed yet because state franchise tax and who's paying that, and there's the state involved, so it's kind of like, so I'm not willing to make.
That
sure we
won't
get-
slow us up. We set up the bid.
Okay, so you got those covered, good, okay, great.
Bring on the bulldozer. I have a motion, I don't, can I have a motion and a second on this?
Make that motion.
I'll second.
Any further discussion, questions?
So the first resolution's on the seeker resolution,
Yeah,
so characterized as unlisted action, negative declaration, pretty straightforward. Project is knocking down some buildings.
And the Resolute was a super fun site too, which the state cleaned up, so we gave some money to the state.
All these things help the environment. That's a really good point, because these are mold-filled, asbestos-filled, horrible structures, deteriorated beyond their useful life. We clean up these sites, we do it right. We go underground, clean up the tanks that are there, and you're a better community as a result.
And I want to thank Metroplex and Ray for stepping in and fixing up to have the parking lot refurbished and usable.
Yeah.
It wasn't really reusable prior to Metroplex. So.
been a little bit of a wasteland down there for a long time.
Yeah.
So this is 54023, which is the declaration of no effect on the environment for seeker. And I have a motion and a second. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
The next item is 54123, and this is the actual authorization to enter into an intermunicipal cooperation agreement and take related actions.
Mr. Chairman, I'll make that motion.
Have a second. Try and say that at 9:15. I think we discussed this, but any other questions or comments? Hearing none, all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
The next item is 54223, and I'm going to ask Ray to walk us through this particular resolution.
Thrilled for Jamie, but heartbroken for ourselves. Jamie is retiring as of July 15th. We do have a cell phone number, so we can track him down after that. He's been
Just go to the CDTA meeting.
That's right.
Or the rink.
weathering.
Maybe a little consulting contract.
Right. But he's just done an incredible job at Metroplex since its founding. On the IDA side, took over the city and county IDAs that were bankrupt by the failed regimes of the past.
Barber share we had for collateral.
Yeah, and
Microloan.
loan fund at 40% failure rate. I could go for hours, but Jamie cleaned up these IDAs, and with your help, everyone on this board, look at the great stuff we're doing and the surpluses that we enjoy. But his legacy it's just an unbelievable legacy of progress and development that has occurred under his stewardship, and we wish him everything for the best. He's just been made an indelible mark on the community. And we'll stay active here, and we're just blessed to have still another, counting the days as every day is a bonus that we have him here. We are pleased to announce we've appointed David Hogan to be the executive director of Metroplex. He comes with great experience, been a huge member of the team here, run the land bank so successfully, won grants, developed projects, the new project on Green Street, which just got funded. David put that together single-handedly. So we're thrilled to have him step in as the executive director of Metroplex. And because the IDA statutes require that we have a executive director, we'd ask the board to continue the approach of this unified economic development team, where the Metroplex team administers both IDAs and the CRC, and we'd ask you to pass a resolution to appoint David as the executive director of the county IDA.
We can do that right after a round of applause.
Mr. Chairman, I'll go ahead, sir.
It's always been an honor working for the IDA. In my career, I've worked for more than 20 different boards, many IDAs in the area. This has always been one of my favorites, and in part working with Rich Farrow and trying to sort of pull the board and the activities of the IDA away from George Robertson and Gary and Chris. I'm sure
Remember Howard Carpenter?
Yeah, that's right. You know, kind of the process we went through with presentations before the legislature. You know, it's great kind of turning the whole organization around and leaving it in such a great financial position, much better than when we took it over that many years ago. So it's been great doing all this work.
Been an honor to work with you.
Thanks.
On that note, Mr. Chairman, I'll make the bittersweet motion.
Can I get a second?
I'll second.
Any further discussion? David, welcome. We know we're in good hands.
Yeah,
It'll be
10
fine.
years for me here in June, so
Wow.
it's a nice step. We have a great team, Tonya, Danielle, Jen, who's not here right now, and obviously the leadership of Ray. So we'll keep good stuff happening here in Schenectady County.
Actually seems to be accelerating these days.
Yes, it
Yeah.
Okay. So this is resolution 542-23. All in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. Reluctantly.
Congratulations.
But enthusiastically.
Hey, TJ, I understand, it's big shoes, wonderful hairdo, everything.
You can get there.
Yeah, I just have to get my hair cut regularly. I'm asking
You have
for
to have
stylist.
A good full head of hair to be an executive director.
I missed out on that.
Yeah, well, you played
You got more than me.
Here's next. Let's see, any other business to come before the IDA this morning?
Move to adjourn.
Have a motion to adjourn, can I get a second? All in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. We're adjourned. Nothing else here.